Guess who is back doing reviews up in here, pitches? It's me. It's your boy. Now, welcome to my Clash of Champions 2020 review. Let's get started now, shall we? First match, the triple threat ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Fucking loved it. It damn near stole the whole show. Almost. It stole like 90% of the show until the very end. There wasn't that much competition, but it's one of my favorite matches since COVID started, and I just love all three of the guys. I mean, I'd say my least favorite is Jeff Hardy, but like, I love him in ladder matches, so this was fine. I love the finish, and I love the person who came out on top. It was a great call, Sami Zayn. I've been waiting 6 months to see Sami reclaim his Intercontinental title and liberate the mid-card of SmackDown, you know. I've been waiting so long to see him have a long reign, just like I wanted right after Mania, and now we're getting it. And I hope he doesn't lose that title to like 2021. That's how much I want Sami Zayn to be Intercontinental champion. And I hope this counts as a second reign for him, you know, because like I want him to rack up multiple reigns. It's been a long time coming, and I don't want him to just have just one reign. Like, no, dude, you won it twice. Just accept that you won it twice. He's over here like, oh, I never lost it. Like, you did. It was vacated, but good for you. You got it back. It's fine, Sami. I'm just so happy for him though. AJ, I hope this means he can move on to the main event because that's where he belongs. I hope he can move on to fight guys like Roman, you know, the Tribal Chief, and Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. I've been waiting quite some time to see him feud with the Fiend, so I'm glad that he can get some space away from the mid-card and away from the Intercontinental title scene. He could transition to being a face, or, you know. Hardy, I don't really care what happens to Hardy now, if I'm being honest. He could feud with Zayn for a while, but after that, it's just... You know, it's like, I don't really care what happens to Hardy, you know? I feel bad for him. That ear thing looked gruesome, but it's also kind of cool, you know, that Zayn would do that to both of them, handcuffing them both like a bunch of goofballs. Thought it was funny, you know? Anywho, let's go to the next match. Asuka versus Zelina Vega was a match that happened. It was decent for Zelina Vega's first Raw Women's title opportunity, or title opportunity at all, but it was hard to really care and take her seriously as a contender when they only gave us 2 weeks of build, or less than that. Just, you know, I was very happy for Zelina Vega getting a push. You know, it's been a long time coming. She's very talented on the mic and underrated in the ring. She's definitely a future women's champion, but it's not her time yet. Right now, I want Asuka to be on top for a very, very long time. Okay? I want Asuka to reign until 2021 or something, or the end of 2020, like the very end. But Zelina can have her time to shine, you know, maybe on SmackDown, or if she finds a tag team partner, or just Raw Women's title in 2021. But it's going to happen. Just not now. Not while I have Asuka. I mean, not while we have Asuka. But... Anywho, Lashley versus Cruz is probably the match I cared the least about, if I'm being very honest. I didn't see the point. I would have cared more if Ricochet challenged for the belt, because it would have made more sense, you know. He just lost his best friend to the Hurt Business. He should be the one who wants to fight, and, you know, really stick it to them for taking his good buddy Cedric and, like, converting him or abducting him, brainwashing him. I would have been way more excited to see that match. But I don't think we're very far along from seeing Lashley versus Ricochet for the U.S. title. And unfortunately, I don't care for Apollo Crews, what happens to him afterwards. You know, he had his moment. It was all right. But it always felt like he was just holding it for someone better. And now they have someone better in Lashley. Don't really care what happens to the U.S. title after this, or who takes it from him. I mean, I guess Kevin Owens, but the draft's coming up. I don't really know what's going to happen after that. We're just going to have to wait and see. So let's just move on, okay? Lashley Cruz was, you know, it was, you know, I think they chose the right guy to win, you know, but Raw tag team title match. I don't know why they keep putting Andrade and Angel Garza against Street Profits. I really wanted to see a SmackDown and Raw title unification match instead, but this is what they decided to go with, and it just made Clash feel more like a transitional pay-per-view, which is usually what it always is, you know, but this was like my favorite Clash that I can remember. You know, it had a little more going on, a little more gravitas. I cared more than usual. Clash is usually used to like set us up or hype us up for a bigger pay-per-view like Hell in a Cell or TLC or Royal Rumble. That's usually what it's for, you know. But I can see they tried a little bit this year. They were like, let's give it a little something. And but this was not that something. Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel. Here's the thing. Andrade and Angel Garza have excellent chemistry together as a tag team. So that's why I hate it so damn much whenever Vince tries to book them fighting each other and teasing a split all the damn time. It's like, they're a great tag team. Just leave them alone. They're great together. Why can't they just get along? They've been fighting each other for months, and it's like, just let them be. Stop trying to kill tag team wrestling. I love tag team wrestling. And I love the chemistry between both teams, just a rivalry. Why would anyone care? You know, they should have won. If anything, Andrade and Angel should have won at SummerSlam, but they didn't. And then I was like, well, as I was watching the Clash match, it felt even better than the SummerSlam match to me. And I was thinking to myself, they might actually win this. They're actually gelling even better, more and more with every match. But then that Angel Garza injury happened, and it was like the awkward ending. I just wanted to hit a pillow. I was like, no! This is their time. I don't know what else they can do with Street Profits. I don't feel like the Street Profits' longest title reign as Raw Tag Champs is really worth it. You know, it doesn't have any actual meaning. The only reason they're like longest reigning Raw Tag Champs right now is because there's no competition on Raw. They haven't had any real competition on there. You know, Vince has been killing tag team wrestling for like 2 years now, and it's like, dude, what the hell? Like, why should we care? Hopefully they fix this by like unifying the titles at Survivor Series, or if Angel Garza's fine, just put the titles on them. They're a great team. Let them be a great team together. Let them get their due. Plus, I love Andrade and Angel. They're the future. Bayley versus Asuka. I hated this so much. This pissed me off. I didn't get what the point was. I mean, I know Asuka couldn't wrestle. Nikki Cross couldn't fight, so they had to find a replacement. And they went with Asuka again, and it was just like, really? There's no one on the SmackDown roster that you could have just slided right in there? No one? You have to just pluck from Raw and recycle this rivalry again? The worst part is they made Asuka look weak by having Bayley like attack her and get disqualified. And Sasha came out and kind of attacked Bayley, but it was like a weak fight in my opinion. It was super weak, and no one really got the upper hand either. It felt like a really, really sloppy SmackDown segment. And God, what's the point? You know, they should have just done Bayley versus Sasha. It was just an angle. They're ruining this rivalry. I was mad. It was like, come on, Clash of Champions. Every title should be defended, but not every title was really defended. And we're probably going to see Sasha versus Bayley at Hell in a Cell, so that could be a plus. But that was the weakest part of the night for me. McIntyre versus Orton in an ambulance match. No, that match was... It was fun. It was good, but there was like all the interference that happened on Drew's part just left a bad taste in my mouth because I really wanted to see Randy win. And the worst part is they felt like the end of their feud. Like you could say, Drew had so much interference, so they're gonna do like another match at Hell in a Cell. But no, it felt like the finish to their feud. It felt like that's it. With Drew celebrating so long after the match, I'm like, dude, why are you still here? Why do you keep turning around? You're not the main event. Get over it, Drew. Get over it. Jey Uso is the main event. You are not. Okay? It's over. Only Brock can help you main event. Not even... Okay? I'm sorry. I got out of hand. But, you know, it's true. Jey Uso main evented, not McIntyre. The match was fun, but still, it was just... You know... It would have been better if Orton found a way to win. You know, my brother was like, Retribution should come out. Retribution should come out and help Drew. And help Orton. And I was like, you know what? That wouldn't be the worst idea. At least it would make Retribution, you know, more of a threat. Like they cost the world champion his title. They cost Drew his title. Come on, you know, that would have been fun. They would have had someone to feud with other than the Hurt Business. I don't like this heel versus heel faction feud. I want them to fight a babyface or a babyface faction. But I digress. I'm getting off track. Drew came out on top. I would have preferred Orton to come out on top. Heck, at one point in the night, I was pitching to my brother. I was like, whoa, what if Orton, Andrade, and Angel Garza all win the titles on the same night? And Andrade and Angel help Orton beat Drew in the ambulance match. And they form a faction just from there. Then, boof! Andrade and Angel Garza do not need Zelina Vega after that. You know, because they have Orton to talk for them and to give them orders and to make them look strong, though. You know, because they'd be a tight unit. I would have liked that a lot, actually. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? That works. You know, it works. I like it. And it protects Orton going forward. He gets backup. And he really would have needed backup tonight. Like, God, that interference was goofy and wacky, but I digress. Yeah, so let's get to the main event. Reigns versus Uso. Now that's the shit I like. You know? I was getting really into it, you know? I really liked the storytelling and the passion. And, like, you know, the end of the match, Reigns won, by the way. That was the right call, obviously. You know, way too soon for Reigns to drop the title and to Jey Uso of all people. If anything, if it was like a few more months in, then maybe Jey Uso. But it was his first defense. And I questioned it at first. I was like, why Jey as your first defense? But it made all the more sense, you know, to really establish him. Like, this is the type of heel he's going to be. He'll beat his own family. And he needs people to address him as a tribal chief. And he thought if he could get his own family to call him that, then he could get the rest of the SmackDown roster to call him that. Jey didn't do it. Jimmy did. Jimmy made a return. I liked that. That was a pleasant surprise. The whole white rag to surrender, to forfeit. Loved that. Great. One of the best matches of the year, you know? Up there with the ladder match that started the night. This was a two-match show for me. I've seen some people saying it was a 3-match show. I was like, nah, more like a 2-match show. The very beginning and the very end were very good. They were very pay-per-view quality. And they were worth the wait, you know? Don't know what happens to Jey here now. I think he's going to be gone for a while, the way things ended. He just couldn't fight anymore. Roman, I'm very excited to see who he challenges next. It's tough to say who. There's a lot of options for him, and there might be even more with the draft coming up. But yeah, Roman Reigns as a heel is like the most interesting thing in wrestling today. I don't care what you got. I don't care what you say. Do not comment MJF. I love MJF, but he's not the most interesting thing in wrestling today. It's heel Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. That is the guy. That is the guy. He's like, this is going to be the best run of his career. I just know already. It's already showing beautiful potential. What a night. Hope you enjoyed it too.